If you've ever wondered why some train tickets are so cheap you think it has to be a mistake, let me warn you, sometimes the price isn't about saving money, it's about what you're willing to risk. I learned this the hard way, when I boarded the midnight train out of Ashwood, hoping to save a few bucks and maybe get some sleep before morning. The carriage was almost empty, except for a few hunched figures scattered in the shadows, and the kind of silence that makes your ears ring. I remember thinking I'd scored a bargain, until we left the city lights behind and the train plunged into darkness, where the only thing to look at was your own reflection. That's when I noticed something was wrong. Every window I glanced at showed a different version of me, like a funhouse mirror with no fun, just fear. In one pane, I saw myself crying silently, in another, I was clutching my throat, eyes wide in terror. I tried to look away, but each new window showed a worse fate, and my heart hammered against my ribs. The other passengers seemed to avoid the windows entirely, heads down, as if they already knew what I was just starting to understand. The train never slowed, not even for the scheduled stops. I pushed the button for my station, desperate to get off, but the doors remained sealed. One of the figures across the aisle finally raised her head, her eyes hollow and voice barely a whisper. "You can't leave until you've seen them all." I didn't know what she meant, but the train kept hurtling forward, every window cycling through more versions of me, older, younger, broken, desperate. As the train screeched into the darkness, I realized the truth. The reason no one ever got off at my stop was because there was no stop, just endless reflections of what I could become if I stayed on this train forever. I pressed my face to the cold window and saw myself outside, running alongside the tracks, screaming for help. But when I blinked, I was back in my seat, surrounded by strangers who wore my face, each one more afraid than the last. Now, I can't even remember which version of me I am, or if I ever boarded the train at all.